you're saying that all the negative backlash you've received, even from your wife, is because you went public with the DMs? So you regret going public with the DMs?
No, I don't regret going public with the DMs. My wife, that's just like, she doesn't like attention. You know, she don't care about the DMs. And like I said, I've put people on blast with DMs all the time. I do it all the time, literally all the time. That's why Durant reached out to me. We did a skit that's on his YouTube network where he put out a tweet, and you know, we read his messages online, called the Shame Game. I put out people's DMs. If you say anti-Semitic things to me, if you say you're an N-word lover, if you say, you know, when I see you, I'm gonna do this to you. I put people's DMs all the time. At that moment, Durant was just a person in my DMs threatening me. It was the third time. And like I said, it was just a spur of the moment thing. You know, when I've made rants standing up for the little guy, when I made rants that go super viral in regards to the Charlottesville situation, you know, obviously we don't talk politics on this show, but I've made rants that went super viral regarding politics. I made a rant that the only time I ever got suspended on Twitter was when that Fox News lady, she said to shut up and dribble. And I did a very volatile rant in defense of NBA athletes, actually LeBron, and I believe Durant was part of what inspired her thing. Not that, you know, that matters, but, you know, that's just my persona on social media. It's not who I am in real life. It's a larger-than-life, sort of exaggerated persona, just like how you guys are on this show. In real life, Skip's not screaming and yelling about sports, nor is Shannon. That's my online persona. I let my online persona get the better of me. But in regards to why I did it, I didn't like being threatened, and I don't, unless you're saying your wife is gorgeous, unless you're saying your wife is beautiful, don't speak on my wife. We're not friends.
Okay, so Michael, why then do you think you got shunned by people you know at the dog park and at your coffee shop?
That was a joke. In regard to the dog park and the coffee shop, I was just playing with you guys.
Okay.
I think, you know, for some reason, people, this took on a life of its own. And like I said, if I had known it would take on this life of its own, I wouldn't have done it. It became fodder. You know, somehow it went from Tuesday to, you know, we're almost a week. Usually, you know, these things on social media, the news cycle is so quick, they usually die down. This thing ignited something. I'm not exactly sure why, but I get it. I understand it. And as far as the dog park and the coffee shop, and you know, some people that I know that I consider personal friends have commented in a way that I thought they should have reached out to me. That's cool. And as far as people I don't know, you know, burner accounts and Russian accounts and bots, I could care less. You know, I've gotten phone calls and FaceTimes from players that played in the league. I've gotten some texts from
former troll that's in your DM. And second of all, how did you allow this to get to this? The moment it started going sideways, there's no more banter. Now it's time to cease and let it go. I'm gonna unfollow him, block him, and keep it moving. Why did you allow it to get to this?
Well, in regards to what you said, Shannon, you said this when you first talked about it. You're 150% right. It shouldn't have got to that point. It should have been blocked and deceased. It should have moved forward. He's Kevin Durant. I'm Michael Rapaport. You know who I am. So.
Hey, remember Cam last week said he's blocked 200,000 people, and everybody was like, damn, that's a lot. But maybe he should have. Maybe Mike Rapaport should have blocked Kevin Durant. Hopefully y'all could hear that. That is the most Jewish I've ever heard Michael Rapaport sound. That was Jewish banter completely. He played victim. He had the little softness in his voice. He sounded like Remy from Higher Learning. You know what I mean? And Skip is so out of touch, he couldn't even hear the sarcasm. But anyway, Mike Rapaport, the race element people are seeing is, oh, here's the white guy who's from New York who acts like he's black. That's how people perceive him. And it's a black basketball player, Kevin Durant, That's the way they look at it. The racial element to me in this is really the NBA and the fact that they find Kevin Durant 50 G's. They can't find Michael Rapaport because even though he's kind of like an affiliate with the NBA, he's really not an employee. He doesn't work for the Basketball Association. But they find KD the same amount of money they find that Miami Heat player, Myers Leonard, who got fined 50 G's. He was on Twitch, using racial slurs, arguing with 12-year-old kids. You know what I mean? And he got the same suspension, the same basically punishment as Kevin Durant for a conversation with Mike Rapaport. Like, come on. Now, KD is sensitive. And like I say, the moment he got exposed for that burner account a few years ago and people found out how sensitive it is, it's like once people know your weakness, they're going to pick at you. And because people know how sensitive he is, and you could get a reaction out of him. That's why a lot of people will say the most disrespectful shit to a celebrity because they're more likely to respond to a negative comment than a positive one. If you kiss their ass and say, hey, man, I love your music, a lot of people are telling them that. You say something disrespectful, you stand out, now you got their attention. And KD falls for it. And some people will say, well, maybe he was just raised different. His mom, he's a single, she was a single mother. That's half the NBA. The demographic is raised the same way, just about. KD's just sensitive. He's just on the court, he's just, assassin, but, outside of basketball, he's soft. And I love him as a player, but it is what it is. He's soft. He let it get to him. Now, Mike, this actually fits his persona. He's Mr. Disruptive and all of that. But yeah, he comes off playing victim here. I didn't think it was gonna be like this. And my wife and I, you could have blocked him. You could have blocked him. And like I said, that's one of the guy codes. There used to be a show on MTV2, Guy Code. One of the unwritten guy codes. You never air out locker room talk or barbershop talk. That shit stays with the fellas. You don't air that out. You keep that to yourself. You never do that. But he had to do it. And he's like, the element. You're the white guy. He's the black guy. You know it. He's I was stressed out that day. I was shooting a video. People don't want to hear that in these type of racial intense times we at. People are seeing what they see on the surface. They see the Jewish white guy playing victim and blasting the black guy. Both of y'all are saying crazy shit. And nowadays anything is taken out of place. Anything is considered a homophobic slur, a racial slur, anything. You know what I mean? They everything is over the top sensitive. You can't say anything anymore. Everything has a microscope on it. So the climate we in, especially as a content creator. Mike know better than that. You know what I mean? Now, like a lot of black people have been wanting to get on him for a long time. They never really liked him. Some people thought he was I won't say he is married to a black woman. I don't think he uses his wife for clout like Gary Owen did. That was a part of his routine for 20 years. My wife's black. You know what I mean? That was his gimmick. Now he got to go find him another Sealy. He got to find him another woman, another black sister, because that's what else he got. That's how he got invited to the cookout y'all niggas bring up. But Mike Rapaport, he was embraced by, like I said, a lot of cats actually rock with him. He was in State Property, Rockefeller movies, a couple of them. He did the movie with Griselda not too long ago. He did the Tribe Called Quest documentary. He did him and Kenyon Martin had a podcast. So, he actually, a lot of people really do rock with Mike Rapaport, but some people are always going to look at him like Remy from Higher Learning. And when you see moments like this, I can't blame him for like, yo, man, fuck this guy. You ain't one of us, you know what I mean? But you got some people who rock with him. So if enough people accept him and rock with him, they're going to feel like they can come along on the board to this cookout y'all claim. So, like I say, both of these dudes is childish. Neither one of them, they both could have. This shit could have been blocked. And then when they asked KD, "Do you regret it?" or do you say, "No, I'm gonna still do what I do." You know what I mean? Kevin Durant has made himself his own persona online outside of basketball, where he's just like this ultimate troll online. And I still think he has a burner account. I think a lot of these cats got burner accounts. Like I say, that video I talked about Tariq Nasheed, I could have swore that was a burner account going back and forth with me. Sending me essays and shit. I'm like, look, I'm not sending you no damn essay or paragraph response, man. I said what I said. I put the disclaimer out before the video. You still clicked it and watched. It's ridiculous, man. But let me know what y'all think about Mike Rapaport. Is he playing victim? And damn, Kevin Durant got to pay 50 G's. And you know, you're like, what's that? He wipe his ass with that? Yeah, but the fact that that's the same amount that this other dude, this loser who averages, 5 points a game, who was calling kids, you know, the N-word and whatever on Twitch, he gets the same punishment. That's the race element, you know? And the NBA is like, you know, that Kevin Durant's a huge star. Outside of him, outside of Steph and LeBron, he's the biggest star in the league. So, like, they felt like they had to do something. But damn. Let me know what y'all think, though, in the comment section.